Oh, Chris, thank you so much.
Hi.
Hello, thank you so much for the opportunity to talk to you. It was we just happened to encounter each other online. I went through your page and I saw that you were, really sharing a lot of information and really seemed enthusiastic about that, sharing that information about um the importance of antioxidants and I was like, wow, I really want to learn more. Why do you think it's so important? Why are you so excited about it? So, if you're excited about it, then maybe something's going on that I should know about. It's like when a crowd is running and I'm like, wait a minute, I probably should start running too, So I'm like, I need to find out more about this and your perspective on it. And since you're full of so much zeal about it, you'll be a perfect person to share it because when I think about when we start getting into something and it's new to us, it's fresh to us, and we get that information, you know, everybody else retains it, but me, it's here and then for a week and then it's gone. So, it's good to record things for posterity, and this gives me an opportunity to talk to you, learn something from you, and then I can come back and learn about it and share it with whoever else, in my family and the world and whoever's watching about it. So, but tell me about your background and let me know, why you're so enthused.
Absolutely. And definitely tell your friends. I feel like this is under talked about, underrated, like free radicals and antioxidants. They're the root cause of a lot of things that we struggle with medically. I've been an OR nurse for about 8 years, and I have seen all the procedures from eyes, ears, nose, toes, everything in between. So I've been a part of various cardiovascular units, the big C word on oncology, GYN procedures, GI, GU. Um, so that's my background. That's where I come from. A very strong, medically minded, more surgically minded, but I'm hoping once since I discovered free radicals and antioxidants, and I feel like it's groundbreaking. I feel like that's where I need to go next, is to lean into that.
Mm. Okay, so I mean, when is the first time that I mean, is this something that they taught about in nursing school?
Not really,
No, okay.
which is appalling. It's not really.
Yeah.
I actually was introduced to free radicals about 2 months ago by a coworker. He is a part of the New Skin system, and they promote various products that boost your antioxidant levels, along with other benefits like reversing gene expression, helping your mitochondrial DNA get back to a metabolically healthy state. But my big thing after studying it and researching and getting to know from their site, from other sites, and because it's always good to fact check on your own. Like this is big stuff, and now I'm obsessed.
Wow. So it's really kind of, yeah, it's not something that's, I guess, taught in school. But and in your own what convinced you? I mean, aside from the person telling you about it, what was the aha moment that said, "Whoa, what is something that you read or something that you saw where you're like, wait a minute, this is it right here."
Think when I was researching how many things free radicals damage. So this is not something that my coworker told me about. Um, it was independent study, and at the molecular level, how they damage each and every cell that they come across with their unpaired electron and the chaos. It's like it if it affects all cells equally, then literally every cell in your body is at risk for damage. And that was AHA 1. And then AHA 2, um, I've been taking Life Pack for about a month and a half now. And these subtle differences, but yet noticeable, that I've been feeling after only a month, this is this is something. This is not just another trend for healthcare.
So, tell me, for a layperson like myself, explain what uh free radicals are.
Sure. Um, Free radicals are tiny molecules that are traditionally like organically come from metabolites. So, like how your body naturally processes and goes through its functions. Like we have some that are made for that. And then we have antioxidants that our body normally combats with it, and everything's normally fine. However, nowadays in our modern lifestyle, smoking, high heat foods, junk foods, pollution in the air, um, stress, excessive working out, those all start to build up the free radicals in our system, and they like alter the function of a cell. So where you know how the expression the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, all of those functions. So um, the way that your skin functions, the way that your immune system works, you know, reproductive cycles, men and women, uh, your ability to heal, honestly, and then fight diseases that come on. It's all affected. It's all weakened and hampered um, to a considerable degree. And I don't think we've really gone into it a whole bunch because scientists don't have a way of, or they didn't have a way of measuring antioxidants. I was chatting with a cancer research specialist down in Houston, and he was like, "Yeah, antioxidants are great. Cancer has been, you know, shown that free radicals either cause it or exacerbate it, but we can't measure antioxidants. So how are we supposed to do anything about this?" And now we do. It just not widely known yet. So trying to get the word out there.
Right, right, right. So, when you talk about, when we talk about the big C word, um, I think you were just saying an oncologist you're speaking to, and there's a thing, I don't fully understand all that stuff. I don't really study medicine or have any experience in that department, but they talk about cytokines and inflammation um, being present significantly where big C cells are located. There's a lot of inflammation and cytokines, and I guess cytokines are a thing that um, cause inflammation. You can correct me. Is are free radicals mixed in around with any one of those things like inflammation or
They're
cytokine?
mixed in with inflammation and with, I don't know about cytokines, honestly, but I know about inflammation. Free radicals are a big thing. And then one of the, like, it's not the cause, but one of the mechanisms of action of the birth of cancer is the replication gene or signal transmitter, whatever it is on that cell, gets stuck on the on switch. So, and then they just don't stop replicating. And then we got stem cells that are promoting it to keep going. And the free radicals or oxidative stress, they play a part in both inflammation on a whole body system scale and then also in cancer cells as well.
Mhm. Um, Before we get into maybe, a life pack and the technology that you're working with that measures free radicals, maybe you can tell, just the average person, what can they do for themselves on a, you know, without too much effort? What can they do for themselves to reduce the amount of free radicals in their body? And what kind of antioxidants can they incorporate into their life or have a life that's less um, radical?
So my tagline is "Join the fight against free radicals" that I have on my IG, and one of the ways you can do that without fully diving in with the life pack or the device that measures antioxidants is to kind of reduce the causes and then to increase your antioxidant consumption. So, the causes smoking, being don't stop that, stop drinking alcohol, making sure you're hydrated, healthy, balanced diet, try to stay away from pollution. I know you said that you lived in New York.
Yeah.
Um, big cities, go out to the country, and making sure you get enough sleep. I feel like that's a big one. And you like with your own personal mental state to try to like lower your personal stress. For diet wise, fruits and veggies, blueberries is a big one. Um, Pomegranates, although pomegranates do have a lot of sugar. And in comparison to the nutrition and antioxidant level that the Life Pack has, you have to eat about 10 pomegranates a day. That's about 280 grams of sugar. So that is an additive of causation of free radicals. So I don't recommend eating 10 pomegranates, but without going into the Life Pack industry, just increasing your fruits and vegetables, doing your own research, trying to make sure that it's high quality fruits and veggies, not just like store brand. Since about the 1950s, we've had this big agricultural push to produce more, produce faster, more hardy, drought resistant, but they didn't really even consider like the the nutrients in the soil or in the plants. So we're kind of experiencing the consequences of stripped nutrients before we even put them on heat to denature their proteins in the first place. I know that this is actually getting some traction in our government. Politics aside, I saw news things in my Google saying that they are starting to focus on the soil health for our farmers. And I think that's awesome because soil health is just as important as crop health because where do they get their nutrients from? The earth. So if the earth is rode hard and put up wet, we're not going to have beautiful, full to the fullest extent they can be, like blueberries and other fruits and veggies.
Wow. Wow. Um, well, that's the advice that you gave is a recurring list of healthy practices that I keep hearing. Like when I first started this whole podcast thing, I was trying to work on a product, a cosmetic to regrow hair, but you can't purport that you're going to regrow or heal anything because that violates FDA guidelines when it comes to cosmetics. If you want to be a cosmetic, you got to just say maybe it enhances the look of something. Just like supplements, you can't say it heals any condition. But through my own research, just regarding trying to prevent hair loss, I realized that it's a system-wide effort. It's a holistic effort. Between the sleep, the diet, and one that nobody can really prescribe necessarily is stress management and having a good mental state and perspective, a positive outlook on life, because having good social connections, if that's available to you, the mind, it all starts there. But it's a recurrent theme, like you recommended, managing stress and um, getting enough sleep. Those I keep hearing those over and over again, and I think that that's lacking in a lot of us. With these little things here, we end up not really getting a lot of sleep sometimes, and with these same things here, we end up getting a lot of stress. I find that the human condition is one that, and this is me being woo-woo because I partially like science and I partially like woo-woo stuff that doesn't really make sense. But it seems like the human condition.
Yet, doesn't make sense yet.
Right. Well, yeah,
We
it makes
we
sense.
thought germs were spirits back in the
Right.
day. So just
Right.
because it doesn't match science standards now doesn't mean it won't later. So
Right. I think one of the things with the human condition is to want to delete yourself. Like we'll consume alcohol, we'll eat tons of sugar, we'll use illicit and psychotropic drugs and stuff like that. We'll jump out of airplanes, we'll jump out of bungee cord and a race car drive at 200 miles an hour. You know what I mean? Like put ourselves in danger, put ourselves at risk, and that's what we get our thrills from. You know what I mean? So I think that learning to step back from that and not play with your life is and enjoying that and even
Mhm.
moving to the country would be a big improvement. But that's just me going off tangent. But please tell
Good
me
tangent.
about tell me about Life Pack.
So LifePak is an antioxidant network of 40 different antioxidants, about 20 flavonoids, which come from fruits and veggies, 6 carotenoids, and I'll explain that in just a second. And then it's a like a mega nutrient blend of about 24 vitamins and minerals that are super high quality. I was talking about the nutrient soil for agriculture. The people who created LifePak actually go out and test the soil of all the sources from their product. They're super committed to, they call it ultra clean. I'm not quite sure what that means, but it sounds really impressive. It's kind of one of those, in like the USDA, one of the food grading systems.
Right.
Um, they're so committed to that during COVID, when they couldn't go out and test the soil, they stopped making product. Like they just went on pause from making this stuff because they're like, we can't verify that it's up to like their standards. Um, the reason that LifePak, like that I promote it, is we can do the lifestyle and the diet choices. But as a surgical nurse, personally, I work anywhere from 40 to 60 hours a week. Um, I get a 15-minute breakfast break and a 30-minute lunch break. Fruits and vegetables don't really store very well in lunch boxes. The cafeteria is not known for their beautiful choices, and if they do have broccoli, it's usually mushy and bland, and probably not really broccoli anymore. But um, like so, and then like the stress of the job. I love my job, I really do, but it's stressful. So lack of sleep, lots of stress, lack of opportunities, time, or energy. Because I just really don't have the energy or motivation to do all the prep work that it takes to have the recommended, 5 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. And then with the economy and everything, that's really expensive. Like, um, Life Pack comes in and helps bridges that nutritional gap that we experience, and taking it consistently, it over time increases your antioxidant levels and helps you kind of regain some, it supports your cells to um, kind of restore back to their original state, do what they're meant to do. So it helps with your skin, the protection, the appearance. So when people talk about antioxidants, they think aging. For the people that I've talked to, immediately I go antioxidants. They're like, oh yeah, anti-aging. Yes, in a sense, yeah, absolutely. The wrinkles, the vitality, like your energy levels are up. For me, the coolest thing that I discovered after taking Life Pack was my wound healing. And I know I mentioned that earlier, but I kicked a desk a couple weeks ago, and like viewer sensitivity, I'm not showing photos, but like auditory sensitivity warning, trigger warning. I almost lost part of my toe because of me just kicking my desk. This is what I get for trying to be productive. I was just trying to wake up early and go take a shower before work and like get things done. Kicked my desk, started bleeding like profusely, and then went back to bed. About a week later, we put band-aids on it and stuff, but about a week later, it was almost completely healed up. And personally, that's not something that my body has been known to do very quickly. Um, I am not the most metabolically healthy human. There is room for improvement there, but it was really cool seeing my body like, nope, don't worry, we got it, and just kind of like fix it up. Um, my
Do
mom,
you hear that,
what?
everybody? Life pack turns you into Wolverine. So anything, you just heal real fast.
It was really cool. Um, and then back to the like the aesthetics of skin. My mom was also on Life Pack. She's been on it for about 2 weeks, and she was like, "Hey, Chris, do you see that it's like so only 2 weeks, and she's already noticing like she's like, is it? I can tell it's like."
It's the fire
And
of youth.
I have my whole family on this. Um, my I'm started out not being a very good salesperson because I was like, hey, I need you to get on this. And I just let me know how much you just paid for it, and I will send you the money because I don't really care how much it costs. It is more important to me for my family to be on this than for me to be doing any sort of like brand promotions or whatever. Just like now that I have my family covered, I'm trying to invade yours and get your family covered as well.
Well, in the if you watch any one of these little hood criminal drug movies or whatever. We're not talking about drugs here. We're talking about supplements, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
the first taste is free. The next one you gotta pay for it. So,
Just trying to get you hooked.
right. So, once, now that your mom sees all the benefits of it and your family member, they're gonna start seeing the benefits of it, then they'll start considering coming back and saying, yeah, I need some more of that thing. So I think that's a great strategy. But that's not the reason, you love your family members. I think the best way, I mean, if you love your family members, you want them around, right?
For a
So
while. Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing you can't, that's one of the things money can't buy that. Money can't buy your family members.
Mm-mm.
Money can't buy love. You're not gonna find those people again in the world. Um, if you love them, you want them to live. You want them to be healthy. Any one of us, when any one of your family members get sick, it's a tax on you spiritually, psychologically, financially at times. So, I mean, isn't medical debt one of the top things that causes people to go into financial ruin? So,
It's
if
not kind.
right, so if you want to help your family, even if they don't listen, even if they don't want it, nah, I mean, you're not gonna force them, but I,
Take this now.
I appreciate that you,
No.
I appreciate that you took the initiative and got them. Like, I do that with my mother all the time. Like, I'll just learn about something new and I'm like, okay, I gotta get this for my mom. And she's like, okay, yeah, thanks. But she got a pile of stuff over there. But
Right.
I love her so much, and I want her to be around. I want her to be healthy. I want her to definitely be independent. So I ain't gotta, go over there and go worry about her. So, it's an investment in your future. It's an investment in your peace. It's an investment in your community. Um, to do a business that is actually helping people and trying to get them in a place of independence, sovereignty, freedom. Your health is your freedom. Your finances are your freedom also, but your health is your freedom, and then everything else comes behind that. So I think that's a great thing that you took the initiative to just give it to them. You know what I mean?
I think they were hesitant, like you were saying, with you like learning something and being like, hey, mom, try this. Like my mom was also hesitant at first. I think the biggest selling point for her was we went on a big trip, little family reunion, and came back in December. And my coworkers were getting sick. My mom was getting sick. My brother, he's also one of our roommates. We got this little trio pod right now. It's a lot of fun. He was kind of working through his own phlegm, and me with my awful work hours, I was fine. I should have been probably the sickest, but with how this past week I've been pulling, or this past few weeks, I've been pulling like day shift and then night shift and then weekend shift. And with my circadian rhythm all out of whack, like I should have had some sort of immunocompromise, and then I wasn't. And Mom. She's like, okay, okay, yeah, let me try it.
Right.
Um, but beyond medical debt, as a nurse and as doctors, our goal is to help people. It should be, at least. Um, I feel like we're symptom managing. We you have a you have a the flu or you have a cold, we give you meds. You have arthritis, eventually we're going to replace your joint and whatever you have arthritis in, be it knee or shoulder or something. We're not necessarily tackling root cause before it happens. And you know, that's that's incredibly frustrating for me.
Oh. Well, you know that I'm kind of I don't know if I've got undiagnosed ADHD, but when you spoke about the joints being replaced, I think about I went to church last week and the pastor said obedience is better than sacrifice. So it's like saving your limbs, saving your joints, saving your organs, saving your body is better than saying, "Oh, you know what, let's remove that thing." You know what I mean? So taking your health into your own hands and trying to preserve your body before it becomes to a acute level where, you know what, hey, we don't have no choice. You're in here today, your thing is all messed up, and we got to do this. We got to do this. So being prepared is better than having to take a drastic measure. So I kind of connect that
Absolutely.
to the whole phrase from the Bible, obedience is better than sacrifice. But lastly, well, not totally lastly, but can you tell us about this device that measures free radicals?
Yes. I brought it with. So, are you familiar with when you go to the doctor and it's the pulse oximeter? It's that little thing that goes on your finger like this and it measures the oxygen saturation in your blood. We have a similar technology. So this is showing off the fact that I have a light. Hi. It's very clean. This is better. This is the prism.io. And in the middle here has a little red light that you place your finger on, and 15 seconds later, it'll give you your beta carotenoid levels. And the carotenoids is like an antioxidant in your skin layer that protects you from free radicals. You have the antioxidants that go and fight in your blood and your body, but then you have the carotenoids that are in your cell membrane and protecting you that way. And through about 100 studies with the bigwigs like Yale, Harvard, Duke, they have shown that the beta carotenoid levels in your skin is a really good indicator of how much antioxidants you have in your body overall. Um, so this tech has actually been in the making for about 20 years. But it was big and bulky and at clinics. So now it's hockey puck size and could be in your home. So your friends, it's not a subscription. The app that comes with it is totally free. You just buy the device, and then, I mean, you don't have to buy any LifePak new skin products with it. You can just keep to your lifestyle changes and your diet changes and see and kind of like play with it. We are all about data driven decisions in the business world. Well, for our health, we should be something similar, if not the same, and kind of see what works and what doesn't for our bodies.
Well, Chris,
Sorry, I'm just a nurse. I'm so new to this public speaking thing.
listen, you could be on CBC, NBC, ABC, and PBS and all of them. Don't worry about it. We're speaking relatively informally. This is not medical advice.
No,
This is life experience and just sharing a life experience and peer-reviewed science also, but life experience, and everybody has a choice to make their own decision and do their own research and look into all of these things. Free radicals are a real thing. Antioxidants are present in our food, yes, but you might not be getting enough unless you eat a whole bunch of fruits and veggies all day. And I'm pretty sure that most of us are not doing that, and we're encountering so much pollution and radiation and all kind of stuff to the point where we need a lot more of it than is probably available through these nutrient deficient pesticide filled foods, and you know, eh, people
And
put
expensive.
right.
Like, have you been to Whole? Do you guys have Whole Foods in New York? A
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
of blueberries is like $6, $7, $8,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you need like two or three of those to really get the antioxidants you need in the day.
Wow, wow,
Life Pack is just a little over $3 a day.
wow.
So
How
like,
do
I'm not saying don't eat blueberries. I'm just the math is a little bit more in the um, super supplement favor than it is on buying three things of blueberries.
Okay. So, Chris, if someone wants to get in touch with you or someone wants to buy your product and someone wants to go through your channel to get find out more about New Skin or Life Pack, how do they get in contact with you?
My IG handle is NuBio Chris. That's probably the easiest way, easiest to remember. It's not it's NuBioChris, and I'm super active on it. I try to post a lot of new, fresh information every day. Sometimes some funny stuff, but I respond to all of them. I don't have any automated messaging, so follow me, ask me a question, and I will respond on my own with my own fingers and well, with my own thumbs.
Hum-
And
human intelligence, a rare, rare
human
find.
intelligence. We have so many like IG accounts that you follow and they hit you with the thanks for joining.
Right.
And I'm like, that's great for mass marketing. But while I want to mass market and tell everybody about this, I more appreciate and value the one-on-one connections with people because this matters. I'm not trying to gain followers. I'm trying to evangelize the good news that there is hope and solution for these root causes and get ourselves back to the way that they were created to be until hopefully they figure out how to make the foods back to the way that they were made. Because I do believe that, the creation was a blueberry with more antioxidants and nutrient dense and whatnot. But until we get to that point, this is a good nutritional gap.
Chris, I'm just about out of time, and I that was perfect, and I greatly appreciate you being here. And we'll be in
Yeah,
contact.
absolutely.
All
Thank
right.
you for your time. Thanks
Thank
for having me.